Hello everyone, welcome back to Physical Physics. In this particular video, we are going to see distance and displacement in rectilinear motion. Okay, so first is distance. Okay, so what is distance? Basically, distance is the total path length of the motion. Right. So basically, the SI unit of the distance is meter. It is a scalar quantity. It is path dependent. It can be zero or positive. Right. And our second type of parameter is displacement. Basically, displacement is shortest path between initial and final position. Okay, so the SI unit is again meter. It is a vector quantity. It is path independent. The SI unit is meter, and the it is zero, positive, and negative. It can be zero, positive, or negative, right? So let us understand this point: path dependent and path independent. Okay, so consider this is x axis, this is y axis. The initial position is this one, and final position is this one. Okay, so if particle is here and it travels from here to here. Okay, so this is r1, this r2. Okay, so the this particular path represents distance. This represents displacement. Okay, shortest path is displacement if I change the path. Okay, so initial and final point remains same. Okay, but displacement will be independent of this path, but distance will depend on this particular another path. Okay, if we go from here to here, so distance will depend on this particular path. Okay, so distance is the path dependent quantity and displacement is basically path independent quantity. Let us calculate one example based on this distance and displacement topic. An old person moves on a semicircular track of radius 40 meters during a morning walk. If he starts at one end of the track and reaches at the other end, find the distance covered and the displacement of the person. Okay, so let us consider one semicircular track. Okay. Consider person is initially here and it goes in this particular direction and reaches here. Okay, so the distance is basically this is semicircular. Distance will be pi into r. Okay, pi is basically 3.14. Radius is 40. Okay, so this will be 31.4 into 4. Okay, so you will get 125.6 meter. Okay, so the distance covered will be 125.6 meter, right? And the this is the shortest path between initial and final position. This is 40 meter. This is 40 meter. Total will be 80 meter. So distance displacement is basically 80 meter. Okay. Our second example or second problem of distance and displacement is a man has to go 50 meter due north, 30 meter due east, and 20 meter due south to reach a field. what distance he has to walk to reach the field. What is his displacement from his house to the field? Okay, so consider this is north, south, this is east, this is west. Okay, so first the person goes 50 meter due north, 40 meter due east, and 20 meter due south. Okay, this is 50 meter, this is 40 meter, this is 20 meter. Okay, so the remaining part will be 30 meter, this is 40 meter. Okay, so the distance, okay, now this is initial position and this is final position. Okay, so distance will be 50 plus 40 plus 20 will be 110 meter. Okay, and the displacement will be, okay, this is 40, this is 30, displacement will be 50 meter, this is displacement. Okay, and this is your distance. Okay, so distance covered will be 110 meter and displacement will be 50 meter. Our third problem of distance and displacement is particle starts from the origin, goes along the x-axis to the point 20, 0, and then returns along the same line to the point minus 20, 0. Find the distance and displacement of the particle during the trip. Okay, so first person goes from here to here and then it goes back to minus 20. Okay, so total distance, okay, this is our initial point, this is our final point. Okay, so total distance will be here to here 20 and 20 to here again 20. So we have 20 plus 20 and then from here to minus 20 is again 20. So distance covered will be 60 meter. Okay, and displacement, there will be also, this is 0, so the displacement will be minus 20 meter. Negative sign shows that it is in the is left side the origin. Okay, so that's all for the distance and displacement topic. Okay, and this is rectilinear motion. Basically rectilinear motion is that kind of motion in which object travels only in a straight direction or in one direction. Okay, so such kind of motion is known as rectilinear motion. So that's all for this video. Stay connected to the channel for further videos. Thank you so much.